So one thing I want to tell you guys, Conectiv, we just merged over. You guys know that. And we're just in our like third day, and there are people already knocking out ranks. But the services are so exciting inside of Conectiv, from physical products to digital education, in the Forex markets, the crypto, indices, futures. So if you are looking to get involved in the financial markets, you can do it over here in Conectiv. You can learn, but you also can utilize the trade alerts and apply what you're learning.
But yeah, guys, again, you guys, my role in this, right? I actually teach day trading and I actually teach digital marketing, right? So like Megan does, right? I do digital marketing, but my love is actually investing in day trading and Forex. All right. I literally teach everything, whether it's crypto, whether it's stocks, but the main bread and butter of it all is Forex. Okay. So you guys are coming into a space to where you guys are about to start learning investing. And I've been investing in trading now for the last 7 years. I've trained over 10,000 students how to be able to learn this market and how to be able to, find their way in this market, to be able to learn it at a faster rate and things like that. So that's what I'm really excited about for you guys, is just to kind of experience a little bit about that. I'm going to give you guys some hands-on training. If you guys like hands-on training, drop a number 3 in the chat. That's my favorite number, right? So don't listen to this, what I'm going to teach you guys today, as new information, right? I want you guys to listen to this as refinement, okay? And my biggest thing is, like she said, I've been building in this business for, last couple of 30 days, right? And I've been able to hit the level of ambassador, right? Which is 5,000 a month. But everybody put but in the chat. There is a but. You might just have to wait for it tonight. All right. Just know that the next level has been unlocked. Okay. So I want you guys to understand that, and that is uh platinum ambassador 10,000. So we're gonna wait on that. I don't know. Did I hit it? Did I not hit it? Who knows? We'll just have to wait. All right. So I want you guys to understand that we are running full throttle. I already know Megan is going to go hit platinum ambassador. I know Megan is going to go hit diamond and presidential, and she's definitely going to be wearing the crown. All right. So yes, but I couldn't have done it without my amazing team. Right. Shout out to my amazing family, FCU, that's in the building. Again, this is a team sport. It is not a Stefan one man show. Same thing. I know that Megan leads from the front and from the back, and she wants to see you guys win and succeed. All right. So today I want you guys just to kind of take out your notes, right? Because I'm not, like she said, we do the opportunity calls Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. CST, 6 p.m. EST. If you ever want to see me do it, my day that I'm responsible for is on Wednesdays. All right. So Wednesdays at 5 p.m. CST, 6 p.m. EST is the days that I'm actually responsible for sharing for the company. All right. But I want to give you guys some just detailed trader notes, give you guys some inside details. I'm probably going to bring up my whiteboard. I'm going to show you guys the scanner today, that if you guys have Plus or Pro, that you have access to, and how you can leverage these tools to literally level all the way up in the investing world. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to write down is that trading doesn't reward hope. I'm very big on risk management. I tell my traders, don't just come in here thinking that you're going to go flip, this to $1 million tomorrow. That's not how it works, right? We don't just hope for best. We don't just hope for the good. And we're probably going to do another call with you guys, now that me and Megan are working together, to where I can really show you guys how to leverage this education. And I even have my own strategy called RMS. If you guys know about RMS, drop RMS in the chat, right? It's called Royal Moving Strategy. And I teach this to my pro members, right? But I want you guys just to kind of understand, no matter who team you're connected to, I'm here to help everybody win. And it first starts with the mindset and the psychology of what an actual trader has to go through in order to win in this market. So again, trading doesn't reward hope, it rewards execution, right? The market pays discipline. It does not pay desire. Well, I desire to be a six-figure trader, but do you desire to be disciplined? Whew, hold on. Come on, somebody. I desire to be a seven-figure trader. I desire to be a seven-figure investor, but do you desire to take care of your risk management in the proper way that you're supposed to? Right? So most losses in this market, they actually come from identity issues. not strategy. Let me say that again. I've been in this market for a very long time. And what people think is, okay, I'm going to just learn a strategy. Okay, I'm going to just use this tool. But the number one thing that I've actually found out is that it really comes with identity issues. It comes with pride. It comes with ego. There's things that's in that market. When you start to see that money flow, when you start to see that money grow, there's an angel over here and there's a little devil over here. The angel is saying, you made enough for today, Megan, just stop. But then that little other person on the other side said, Megan, you just made $500 in about 15 minutes. Go do it again. Now, what is Megan going to do? She's going to listen to the angel, right? Because she's an angel. But see, me, I had to learn from the other side, right? That's why I'm able to speak to you guys from both sides, because I was the one who decided to listen to my greed. I decided to listen to my pride. I decided to listen to my ego. And most people will always tell you about the wins, but they don't tell you about the losses. They don't tell you about the lessons and how you make it to the other side. So I remember my mentor, right? He used to just tell me, Stefan, do a low lot size. And we're going to go over all of this stuff. Do a low lot size and just be disciplined. But in my mind, no, I want to turn $100 into 100,000 by the end of this month. I want to turn $500 into $50,000 by next week. But where in the world can you do that anywhere else? Legally. I got to say that, right? Legally, right? So then this is what I want you guys to understand. A trader without rules is just an emotional participant. Somebody need to write that down. A trader without rules is just an emotional participant. So the market doesn't care what you need. It only cares what you do. How many guys have ever went to go and invest and went to go and trade and you're like, man, I need some groceries. I need to pay this bill. Can I tell you, the market doesn't care. The market only cares what you do. Did you do proper risk management? Did you over leverage? Did you under leverage? Did you get in with perfect execution? Did you get in or did you get out when you're supposed to? Oh, they won like 10 trades in a row. Oh, but they're going back in. The market is watching you. Everybody put the watchers in the chat. Everybody feels like the market is just watching them specifically. You're like, I just know as soon as I press the buy button, the sellers came in. And as soon as the sellers came in, I pressed the buy. It's not that, ladies and gentlemen. It's what you're doing in the market. You have to train, you have to discipline, you have to grow that self-development. This is why everything that we teach, it is very, 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 very important. All right. So that aligns with identity-based leadership. Guess what? Leadership, it is still very involved inside of trading. Self-development, it is still probably the highest. It is 90% psychological and it is 10% skill. Everybody put in the chat risk management. Before I teach you strategy, before I teach you how you can go get signals and how you can use the scanner, you still need to understand that these two words right here is what separates successful traders from failing traders. If I want you guys to take a look at it like this, on a day-to-day basis, you should never risk more than 1 to 3% of any trade. All right. And I like to ask questions back to make sure everybody's following along. So how much percent should we risk on any given trade? You guys tell me. I gave you the answer, then I'll let you answer. There you go. Right? 1 to 3%. Now, our goal that we're aiming to make in a particular day or trade, right, is 5%. So we're willing to risk 1 to 3%. And our aim is actually 5%. All right. Now, this is what I want you guys to understand. The goal for the week is 5% a day, 25% per week, 100% ROI every single month with a 10% withdrawal at the end of the week. Okay. I'm talking about there's different trading plans. I know our leader on our team, Nicole, RMS Queen, she's in the building, right? She has a really cool trading plan. But right now, what I'm talking about is a compound plan. Okay. So a compound plan is where you're being very consistent. You're not aiming for the big numbers. You're just going by the book and then you're making it happen for you. All right. So 1 to 3% risk, 5% per day in growth, 25% at the end of the week. That is the goal that you're looking for the week. And then it is literally 100% ROI. So let's just take a look at this, right? I'm going to start with a low amount. Let's see if you guys can keep up. If I'm doing $300 to start my trading account, what should I have in my account by the end of the month? See, when people tell me, Stefan, man, I want to make $300 a day, I said, okay, well, are you prepared to put in X amount of money? But if I put in $300 based on what I just said, 5% a day, 25% a week, 100% ROI at the end of the month, how much should I have at the end of the month? 100% return of investment. Rather, how much did I make? I'll ask that question. How much did I make in the market if I do it like that? Ooh, okay, I see. Okay, I see the issue. I see the issue. Okay. So look at it like this, right? If you put in 300, you're going to get out 300. If you put in 300, you should be able to get out 300. Okay. Now, this is where most traders mess up because they want the big numbers up front. They want the big numbers up front versus understanding that it is slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. This is a 25 profit, right? So then this is what I want you to understand. Okay, so if I have $300 at the end of month one, how much do I start month two with? How much do I start month two with? This is, again, mind you, this is not including withdrawals. I'm just giving you the amounts right now. So keep it going with me. Some of you pull out your calculators, okay? So if I do the exact same thing for month two, how much money should I have in my account by the end of month two? If I started with 600, how much should I have in my account by the end of month two? All right, there you go. So Megan got it. Tia got it. Catherine got it. Okay. So, all right. So then now that's 1,200. Now I start month three, right, with $1,200. How much should I have in my account by the end of month three? Y'all are going to be mathematicians by the time I'm done. See, that's the first thing is you can't be a trader and you don't know at least the basic math, okay? So boom, 2,400. All right. Now, if I do the exact same thing from month three to month four, how much should I have at the end of month four? Don't worry. It probably is not exciting to you right now, but just wait till we get to month eight and month nine. Okay. Now, at the end of month four to the end of month five, starting with 4,800, how much should we have in our account? Uh-oh. Yeah, they bringing out the calculators now. All right. $9,600. Congratulations. You are a four-figure trader. Congratulations. But all right, from month five until month six, what is the amount I should have in my account? Woo! That escalated quickly. So then now you are a five-figure trader. Okay, congratulations. Now, from month six to month seven, how much should I have in my account? And mind you, we only started with $300. Okay, now from month seven to month eight, what should I have in my account? I'm going to stop real soon. Don't worry. All right, there you go. And from month eight to month nine, how much should I have in my account? Congratulations, you're a six-figure trader. Now, if I was to tell you, again, I can't make any promises, I can't make any guarantees. This is probably like the lowest of the lowest compound plans you can possibly think of. If you are able to become possibly a six-figure trader in about 9 months, would it be worth it to you? Yes or yes? If it was going to take you 9 months to really do this, you started with $300. Today is February the 5th. You started with $300 in your account. You knew nothing about trading, and you're about to get into this investment world that they told you you can use scanners, that they told you you can get signals, that they told you you can go to Learn Live and learn with the educators. And they told you you had some mentors, some fire mentors, and you guys could trade together in a community. You guys can feed off of each other. Would you want to do something like this? I'm not about the fast money. It's about the long-term money. So then now let's rewind a little bit. See, the thing that you're missing is that's with no withdrawals. So then here goes the thing. Every single week, as you are making money, you're also paying yourself 10% of whatever you make for the week. So, yes, we're not just telling you just to hold all of this money in your account all the way up until 9 months. You're going to be paying yourself every single Friday 10% of your growth, and then you withdraw that, and then you start the next week with the remaining. You make some more with a bigger lot size. At the end of that week, 10%. At the end of that week, you make some more money at the end of that, because here goes the number one mistake that traders make. They literally get in and they see their money going up and they see their money going up. And the number one thing that is going to creep in, I can guarantee you, whether you believe me or not, starts with the G and it ends with the D. What do you guys think that word is? Wow, did we all go to the same school or something? Because I didn't tell y'all that. So it is called greed, because the more money that is in your account and you see that number going up, you're going to start saying, I can do a little bit more than my 5%. Now, mind you, these trades that are being called out, the signals that are being called out, the scanner trades that are being called out, sometimes are going to make you more than 5%. So let me ask you a question. If you made one trade today and you made 25% today, let's say it was Monday and you made 25% today on Monday, are you technically done for the week? Technically. Are you technically done for the week? The answer is yes. Because what is our goal for the week? Investors, we do not look at the market as consumers. See, consumers look at how much can I make? Oh, I need to make this amount of money and then I'm going to be done. If I grow this amount of money, then I'm going to be done. Investors look at, I'm going to make my 25% for the week and then I'm done. Unless I'm in a trade and I have my stop loss in profit and it is continuing to rise. At that point, you are in what we call a risk-free trade. So it doesn't matter if the market turns around or not, your stop loss is secured and you're all the way in profit. Does that make sense? Put an MS in the chat if that makes sense. So that is our ultimate goal, guys, is that we want to make sure that we burn risk management into our minds, because you can literally show your amount growing on a daily, on a weekly basis. Watch, I'm actually getting ready to show you, right? Shout out to I had a trading mentor, right? And I'm forever grateful for him, but I want to be able to share with you guys just a little bit, right? Some of you guys may even know him, right? Again, I'm always grateful for where I come from. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and go over to this, right? So shout out to my trading mentor, right? Dr. Spiller, right? A lot of you guys may know him from the trading world, right? But he was literally somebody that paved the way for me in my actual trading journey, right? And I'm super grateful forever, right? I wanted to be able to share with you guys this compensation plan, okay? I just want to show you guys, because a lot of people think that you just have to have a lot of money in this market in order to be able to make money. Can everybody see my screen? Yes or no? Can everybody see my screen? It looks like a whole bunch of different colors and stuff. Everybody can see the chart. All right, perfect. All right, so I want to be able to share with you guys, right? And you can find many compound plans online, free compound plans. I'm just showing you a specific private one that I have, okay? So let's just say you guys give me an amount. Megan, give me an amount that you feel like everybody in your group could possibly start with. That's not even on the big side.
Okay, let's do $500.
All right. So we're going to do $500 for Megan's group. Okay. Well, that's going to be our starting balance. Now, this is what I want everybody to see. See, when somebody comes to me and they say, Stefan, I want to make $500 a day. I'm saying, okay, well, what are you willing to invest? Because you have to understand, traders, you have to think about percentages. It is not amounts. Everybody put percentages in the chat. When you change your mindset from I'm going to grow my account from $500 to $2,000, and you start thinking about percentages, you're then stepping into the realm of real investment, all right? Because we do not we don't allow our feelings and emotions to get into the way. We say, what percentage did we hit today? All right. So I have this set, right? 5% a day, 10% withdrawal. So somebody tell me, if I'm starting with $500, I want you to look at this. What is the amount that I'm actually supposed to hit on a daily basis if I start with $500? It's right here. I'm circling it. I'm circling it. Okay. So then now let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys would be okay? How many guys would be okay with that amount on a daily basis? How many guys would be okay with that amount on a daily basis? Or would you say, I don't know, Stefan. I want to make like at least 100. Be honest. This is how you get real with yourself. You got to be honest, right? So, okay, so you made $25 and you have $500 in your account. Would you actually stop? If you made $25 and you have $500 in your account, would you actually stop for the day? Be honest. Yes or no? All right. So y'all are saying yes. Okay, cool. So then guess what? I want you to see how this actually looks and how this actually works. So for the first week, right, I have $500 and then I'm making $25 a day. And my weekly goal is what? My weekly goal is what for that week? 125. Now, what is my balance going to be at the end of that week? Okay. And what did I say? What we're going to withdraw at the end of that week? 10%. So how much should I actually withdraw at the end of that week? All right, you guys got it. So then now here goes the question. If I made 625, I withdraw 6250, how much am I going to start with on week 2? Okay, so now you're getting it. So you can see that it's actually increasing. Level 1 means week 1. Level 2 means week 2. It's literally, this is a 52-week game plan. All right. So I want you guys to look at this. Now, I have this completely integrated. It actually color changes and everything. Right. So now I just want to say this. Let's say you actually just killed it this week and you went above and beyond. Let's say you just had some trades that went crazy and you are already at $1,500. I want everybody to look at the screen and watch what happens. So when it says weekly starting balance, you have to come up here and say, you know what? I have more than what I actually was supposed to get. So let me put 1,500 right there. And now it's going to change. Boom. Everybody see it? Everybody saw the magic? Boom. It just literally dropped all the way down and said, you are actually at level 10, sir. You're at level 10, man. So then now look at the daily goal now that you actually have $1,500 in your account. Does everybody see that? And then look at the weekly goal, which is now at 375, and then how much you should actually make at the end of the week. But this is what I want you to actually look at. If you are already on level 10 and you're making this amount of money, look how much you're going to start withdrawing now on Friday. How much is that? 187.50. How many of you guys would be okay with you're starting to make that withdrawal every single Friday? Look where it started. 62, $70, $79. You're not trying to be greedy. $88. I'm paying myself. Go give me a burger. Go give me some shoes. Get my nails done. $100, 112, 126, 142, 160. But what you're not understanding is look to the right. Look at how much you're actually withdrawing as you're compounding these wins, 10% only every single week. Look at how much you're actually giving to yourself. So I have to tell you, risk management has to be priority. It has to be number one. You cannot be greedy in this market. Every time you are greedy, it is going to sting. You are going to blow an account. You're going to lose more than you want to, and you're going to end up sad. Ask me how I know. I just came back from therapy. No, I'm just playing, right? But I'm telling you, that this is where you become better than 90% of the traders in this world. I'm just telling you, right? So then now we started with 500. So let's actually do the plan. Somebody said I'm scheduling my appointment now. All right. So let's actually do the plan. Let's say, okay, I'm at 562, right? 562.50. All right. Boom. I started with 563. It updated it, right? So then now look at week 2. Does everybody see the daily goal for week 2? Did it increase from week 1? Because week 1 was what? $25. Now your goal is it's about consistency and discipline, ladies and gentlemen. It is about consistency and discipline. Now it's only $28. $28 today, $28 tomorrow, $28 the next day, $28 the next day. And then boom, you're done with that. Now, guess what? Okay, I'm going to go to week 3. What is that number? $633 basically. So I'm going to do that. 633. Look at the daily goal now. Do you start to see how you're going to beat somebody who is just sporadic with their emotions and feelings versus somebody who is disciplined and they're actually growing every single day? It's just they're not trying to be greedy. I got $600 in my account and I just made $31 today. Thank you, God. All right, I'm shutting my computer and I'm going away. Versus I got $633 in my account and I'm going to try to get this to $1,200 today because I need to pay my rent, because I need to pay my bills. That's how you lose every time. Can it be done? Yeah, when you have experience. But when you're just starting out, you need a compound plan that you can actually stick with. Okay. So then now, what I want you to pay attention to is, okay, it gets good, right? Remember, I told you guys around month what does it really go crazy? Month what? 8, month 9, you would say that you would be in pretty good standings. So let's just take a look at this. Level 4 or level 5 would be month 2. So if you started with $500, Megan, and you're at now month 2, look at what you are starting with, right? And what you're ending with. This is at the end of week 5, you're ending with $1,000 in your account. Okay. Now you start to withdraw $100 every single week. All right. So then now month 11 is month 3. Look at what you're starting with, $1,600. And then you can see what you're ending with. Okay. So then now what? What is it? Let me see. So if we start 11, 12, 13, okay. So then 11, 15, or level 15, now we're into what? Is that month 3? We're only on month 3 right now. So today is February. That would be in May. How many guys would be okay? But I want you to look at the withdrawals now. See, we're in May, but I want you to look at the withdrawals every Friday now. Would you guys be okay with withdrawing an extra 250-ish every single Friday? And you're not even over leveraging your account. You're doing baby numbers because you have to understand you're doing lot size according to your actual account. Okay, cool. So then now we're going to go to month 4, right? So we did this. That's 1. That's 2. All right. Month 3. All right. And then now let's go to month 4, level 20-ish, level 21. Now look at how much is in your account. You started with $500. Come June, right? May, June, our next big convention. Look at how much is actually in your account, but look at how much you're now starting to withdraw in this column. And we're only on month 4. How many of you guys would be okay with making an extra $500, $600 per week, paying yourself? You guys let me know when you're done. Like, this is just too much to fun. I don't need that much. Says nobody ever. All right. So then we're going to go to let's go to level 24. All right, let's go to level 24. So now we're at month 5. Let's go to level 29. We're at month 6. Right. Now let's stop around 6. And we literally started with $500 in our account. Month 6, you're now a 5-figure trader. Congratulations. So what? February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, so we're now in August. All right, you got to start thinking as an investor. We're now in August because of a decision you made today in February. Right? You are now a 5-figure trader, possibly, right? But now I want you to look at now your withdrawals because you have been being consistent, 10% every single week, not trying to go crazy, not trying to go super. Look at how many of you guys would be okay with making a diamond executive check every single Friday because you were consistent and disciplined. You're a diamond executive on the charts. Nope, y'all not excited enough for me. All right, so we got to keep going. We got the bougies on here. Okay, let's go. All right, we're going to month 7. All right, we're going to month 7. All right, so we're going to level 32. We're going to level 37. All right, so then now we're over here. You got about $34,000 in your account. We're now in September-ish, October. And now you're making $4,300 withdrawals every single Friday. How many of you guys would be okay? But also, what I don't want you to think about, don't just think about the withdrawals. I want you to look to the right one more time. This is what you have actually withdrawn to date at level 37, at week 37. Look at how much you have actually took out of the market, and all you did was 10% every week, 5% on a daily basis. You didn't try to go for 50%, 60%, 100% every day. You went for how much percent per day? Nope. Y'all are not paying attention. There you go, Megan. How much percent are we going for per day? Only 5%. How much are we willing to risk to lose on a trade? There you go. 1 to 3%. All right, now let's go ahead and keep it going. Now, I want you guys to see this. So at the end of this whole entire 50, this is a 50-week program. I actually said 52 earlier. It's 50. A 50-week program. I want you to look. So February next year, if you are disciplined and consistent, you started with $500. This is your ending amount if you complete 50, level 50. How many guys would be okay with learning how, being disciplined enough, being consistent enough to turn a $500 account into $200,610.48 account? All because of risk management, consistency, growth plan, compound plan. And look at how much you actually paid yourself instead of being greedy, instead of waiting for your account to be a certain size. Look at how much, because you were just disciplined with percentages. Nope, I don't care what I made this week. It got to be 10%. Pay yourself. Boom. Well, now you have at least 177 that you've actually paid yourself from now until next year. Now, there's some people on this call, you're going to say, oh man, I hear you, Stefan. But there's some people that's on this call, you're just going to be like, oh, okay, cool. And you're going to still go to try to do it your way because you're watching it on YouTube from somewhere. But this is the crazier part. I showed you at 5% growth. I showed you at 5% growth. What I did not show you is, what if we only did 1% growth? I did this on purpose. What if we only did 1%? Not even the big. Now, I'm not even going to tell you do 5% a day. Just do 1% a day. So look to the right here. If you were to start with $500, your first year, you would make an extra $6,645 at 1% a day. How many guys would be okay with that? Hey guys, my testimony, I turned $500 into $6,000 in a whole year. Remember, mind you, you don't know nothing about trading today. But now you're just getting into this space, and your testimony is, guys, from this year to next year, I made $6,645 in my account. I paid myself every single day at 1%. And that's my testimony. But guess what? Somebody say year two. Now you're starting year two. You're starting year two with $6,645. So now we're going to do that same 50-week game plan on 1% only. And look at your year two amount. By the end of that first year, going into the second year, now look at your second year amount. Oh, but somebody say year three. I told you my favorite number is 3. But look at year 3. If you do the exact same thing, so we're in what, 2026? So 2027, 2028. So we're now about to go into 2029, ladies and gentlemen. You decided to join Conectiv. You decided to be a part of this opportunity. You decided to take the signals, be a part of the community, actually block out all the noise. You said, I'm going to do this. Okay, great. Year 3 at 1% only. Again, it don't take a lot of money to get rich, ladies and gentlemen. It takes discipline. You turned that $500 in 3 years into $1.17 million with 1% growth rate every single day. See, I did that on purpose because you'll see the 5% and you'll say, wow, but what about that 1%? Can you be consistent at growing your account at 1% a day? Because here goes the real truth of the matter, ladies and gentlemen. When you get wealthy enough, when you hit ambassador and you're part of the ambassadors club and you're making $5,000 a month and you're making $10,000 a month at platinum ambassador and you're making $25,000 a month at diamond ambassador, you have more capital. So the real truth of the matter is when you actually have more capital, you don't need to get 3 to 5% a day. You will be satisfied with 1% a day. Imagine somebody who has $1 million in their account. Do you think that they would be okay with 1%? If it's growing like that every single day, 20 days a month? See, or do you think that they would be okay with 2% instead of the full 5%? Absolutely. But the problem is we reverse it. We say, I got $500 in my account and I want to make 30% every day. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately. But if we can train our mind to actually see the market the way it's supposed to be, then we can actually win. All right. So the next thing I want to show you real quick, and then I'm already done. I think we talked a good amount today, right? And I'm just showing you guys kind of like some inside things that you would get inside of our community, because this is something that our company, we're very serious about education. We are very serious about education. And there's a lot of companies that just say, hey, we win, we win, we win. No, we're very serious about risk management, about compound, about trading plans. We even have a whole trading journal, right? We're very serious about that. And then now we step into the world of AI, which I already know Megan is the queen of digital marketing and AI. So then guess what? Now she's just going to put this on in there in her tools and show you guys how to use. So then now let me show you how it actually works. Okay. So if you are the plus package or the pro package, you have access to our scanners, right? Titan AI and Mavatrend. Okay. So this right here is Titan AI. That's my favorite one that I like to use. Okay. This was a gold trade. I'm on the 15-minute time frame. Okay. I'm on the 15-minute time frame. When you sign into your account and we actually have our iGenius, our Conectiv onboarding every single Thursday at 4 p.m. CST or 3 p.m. CST, I believe. But you would be able to log into your back office, look at the onboarding, and they will show you actually how to set this up on your TradingView. So you have to have TradingView. You can even do the free version, right? So we're saving you some more money. You could do the free version, and then you have to connect your TradingView username to your back office in Conectiv underneath the scanners. Okay, it's going to ask you for your TradingView username. You just put your TradingView username, and then it's literally right here. All right. So then what happens is I come and put that scanner onto this particular chart. Doesn't matter what I trade. It could be gold. It could be NAS 100. It could be whatever. Well, guess what? I put this on gold, right? And this was about 6 o'clock yesterday. Okay. This is about 6 o'clock yesterday. This trade came out on gold. It gave me the exact entry. It said entry 495257. It said TP, which stands for take profit. It said take profit 488458. It came out and said TP2, take profit 4816. And it gave me risk management because I'm only going to risk 1 to 3%. It said TP is stop loss is at 5020. So then let me ask this question. Boom. It comes out. We get into this trade because it said enter. Again, mind you, I don't know nothing about trading. I just bought my pro package because I wanted both of the scanners. And this is AI and it's winning at 80, 90% and above. And I said, you know what? Let me just see how it works. Boom. It comes out. It says, hey guys, Megan, enter this trade at 4952. Megan goes to her phone or her laptop. She goes to gold and she enters in at 4952. It says, Megan, our TP is 4884. You go and update and modify your broker. Yes, there's 3 scanners. You're going to modify your broker, right? And then, you know, I was going to get to that. Hold on. All right. So then there's the TP, you go and put it in on your phone and then boom. Okay. It takes you like 10 to 20 seconds to put into your phone or to your laptop. And then you go back to building your business. You go back to working the business. So then let me ask you this, Megan, did we win this trade? Yes or yes?
Yes.
It said to enter in for a sale. Here goes our take profit area. And here goes our second layer if it continues to drop. Boom, we hit it, smacked. Came back up, gave you another entry, smacked TP2 again. Came back up a little bit more, and it's just going up. But you've already won this trade, TP1, TP2, smacked in about 15, 30 minutes, 45, and an hour. In an hour, you won both of these trades, 952 down to 48. That's over 1,000 pips. You'll get to learn that in your back office, what that means, right? But that's 1,000 pips. You know nothing about trading. The scanner told you when to get in and when to get out. And all you did was copy and paste and put that into your phone or your laptop. Now imagine there's people that are going to work 9 to 5, 10 hours, 12 hours, and you would be mad. Let me know, would you be mad if you found out that you could press a button and make the exact same amount that you just went to work for 8 to 10 hours, right? 8 to 10 hours. We have people on this call. Somebody said, heck yes, right? You would be mad, right? So that's what I want you guys to be able to see is that there are literally people on this call. There's people on the team. There's people in the community that is making this on a daily basis, right? If you guys saw my call from the other day, we have a young lady. There's multiple young ladies on our team. I don't know what it is. The ladies are just more disciplined than the guys. I'm gonna be honest. Guys, they're just hard-headed. But these ladies, they coming in and they get in their bags, right? They're going all the way up, right? So I have a young lady on the team by the name of Amanda. She's a flight attendant from Canada, single mother, literally came in 6 months. She just came in for the coffee, y'all. She just came in for the coffee and the juices. She knew nothing. She saw everybody else making money, and she was like, Stefan, she said, Brittany, what is this trading stuff that's going on? Where are all these people making money? And we said, well, it's trading. So she upgraded her package, got the trading, and there she goes. She's in class, asking questions, asking questions. Didn't really make any money for 6 months. But then she got serious. Then she got serious about her systems and all of the stuff that we actually had, and she started using them. Can I tell you, in about from November to now, I'm going to say that again, from November of last year until February of this year, she has made $22,000 withdrawn from the market. Drop some fire signs in the chat. 22, 5 figures in less than 4 months. She knew nothing. But she said, I'm going to be coachable, I'm going to be teachable, and I'm going to learn. I have another young lady on here by the name of Janae, right? She just told me last month, Stefan, oh my gosh, I've been trading for the last 4 years, and I've been doing it my way. But she said, Stefan, I want to learn your strategy. I'm going to plug in with the scanner. I'm going to plug in with the education, and I'm going to fully learn. She just had her first $1,000 day. $1,000 day. Now she's having $1,000 days, right? Then we have Andrea and Nia, and we have Sade, and we have Toy. They're telling me they're making $2,000 a day, $1,000 a day. I'm like, she said, Stefan, I just learned your strategy. I plugged in with the education. I plugged in with the skin. And yeah, I said, wait a minute. We were talking about making $2,000 a week. And guess what? Hold on. This is the crazy part. Can I tell you something? This is their first month ever even trading. They don't, they've never traded before. This is their first month trading, and that's what they are doing. Now, again, I'm not here to entice you with words and numbers and all of that. I'm just giving you real life testimonies, real life examples of what it means when you really lock in to this system that we have here at Conectiv. All right. So this is what I get excited about. I get excited about seeing people's lives change. I get excited about seeing people go from this to that, and they knew nothing about trading. I love this testimonies, right? I love building organizations and building teams that are literally thriving together, right? We built a whole community, right? And that's what it's all about. So what Megan is building right now, and she's launching right now. So guess what? You guys have that call tonight with David? Pack it out. Y'all should have 500 people on that call. Pack it out. because y'all are going up. Y'all are in the winner circle. And I'm just excited to be locked arms with Megan and Reagan. And we're going to run this all the way up until we can't run it up no more. All right. So, with that being said, that's just a little bit of education. Hopefully, you guys learned something. I know it wasn't the presentation, but it was the presentation because that's what we do every single day. All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to pass it back over to Megan and let you take it away from here. Thank you guys. Stefan Royal out.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Let me just, hey guys, if we can unmute and, from one teacher to another, I'm over here taking notes. I've learned so much just in this very short amount of time, 45 minutes. Can you guys unmute and give Stefan some love for me, please?
Thank you
Hey,
so much,
Thank
Stefan.
you,
you so
Stefan, man.
much.
Thank you,
Awesome.
bro. Thank you,
Amazing.
yo. I
Thank
really
you.
thank you,
appreciate
Hey,
that,
that was
man.
Stefan.
Thank
amazing,
you,
man.
bro.
It was good
Awesome.
to
Bless you.
meet
Thank
you
you,
up
Bless
there.
you.
Stefan.
Bless you. Bless you.
Appreciate you.
Great
Good
education.
job. Good
You're
job.
welcome.
I
You're
always
welcome.
like to give people their flowers, but in all seriousness, Stefan, like I have been in this trading space for a long time. Reagan and we run two trading companies. And I said, this time though, I'm not running the company, so I want to take advantage of the education. And I told our traders that before. I said we're always like doing the behind the scenes and the building and corporate stuff. Well, I'm a student now. Reagan's a student now. My mom is 70 years young and she is a trader. She trades more than Reagan and I do, but I really want to learn this time. And so what you're telling me is that it's really just about, and you're muted by the way, but it's really about discipline. So just kind of going through your notes, traders, uh, uh, it doesn't reward hope. I wrote that down. It's really about discipline, not just desire. And can you kind of touch on that just one more time because I think that's in everything's in life. People have a desire to make more money, a desire to build, a desire to do a lot of things, but maybe not the discipline. Let me see if I oh, hold on. There we go. Let me see if you can unmute now.
Okay, there he goes.
All right, let me change it back to co-host really quickly, but
Alrighty.
um, so everything you really talked about is just the opposite of sometimes what people learn on YouTube because someone said, well, I could just go to YouTube.
Mhm.
But I feel like on YouTube, it's like get rich quick and you don't have to work. But trading is not so much just about work, but it's about the discipline, correct?
Correct. Yes. And I've learned that over the last, I want to say honestly, the last 3 years, even more with just teaching people. I said, I've been on the education side, I've been on the signal calling side, I've been on the software side. And I said, you know what? People will say that they want to learn how to trade, but they don't really want to take the time to learn how to trade. Then I started seeing, okay, well, people want to grow their accounts and but they have no destination in mind. So the
Right.
thing is, when you start trading, you cannot just be out here just, okay, I'm going to grow my account to this. I'm going to grow my account to this. Again, I learned when I switched everything over to percentages, my winning percentage went sky high because now I have a target. I say, no, if I'm doing 5%, okay, I can move my stop loss to 5%. If it's going to keep going, great. But I'm only going to get 5%. That's what I'm targeting for. If it goes beyond, great. If not, great. But so then now, even with the 1 to 3%, so the other side of that is you're going to take some losses. You're going to take some lessons, right? But if
Yeah.
you are cutting yourself off at 1 to 3%, I show people this, and this is what I would have did on the whiteboard. If I had 10 trades and I'm doing 1 to 3%, let's say I'm doing 3%. Okay. If I take 10 trades and I'm going to risk 3% max, let's say I lose 3 trades. How much percent did I just lose if I lost 3 trades at 3%? That's 9%.
9%. Mhm.
Okay. So if the other say, let's just say the other 7 trades, they won at 10%. They just were some great signals. They came out. It was great. So if I won 7 trades at 10%, how much did I win for the week?
70.
There you go, 70. So at the end of this week, even though I took 3 losses, and I have to be okay with that because it hit my stop loss, how much did I win for the week? 61%.
Good job, people. It's
There you go.
we
All
should have been
right.
paying attention to story problems in
Yes.
school.
Right? So I lost 9%. I
Right.
won 70%. At the end of the week, I'm still up 61%. How many of you guys would be okay with if you started with $100 and you won 61%, but you did take three losses? You can tell people I did take three losses. But because you had proper risk management, you still won 61%. So on a $100 account, you just won $61. Would you be
Right.
okay? Or on a
Absolutely.
$1,000 account, you just won $690. That
Absolutely.
so that's how when you switch it to percentages and you stop going away from I need to flip this account to I just need to make sure I hit my percent and I'm good. That's when you'll start to see tremendous growth in all of your trades.
I love this strategy, and for all the people listening, hopefully we're really we know how to answer people's questions because Stefan, being in network marketing,
Hmm.
financial education platforms. I mean, years ago, I think the first Forex um, network marketing company came out like in 2013 or something like that. So now you see them all over the place. You see these crypto things, you see this and that, and you can get 20% a day and 50% a day. And it really just it messes up and dilutes the education. So you're telling me that people can come over into Conectiv. There's
Hmm.
a lot of educators get
Yes.
themselves a notebook. I've been taking like I'm writing on the back of my paper now because I already like this is from this week alone. I'm
Wow.
taking notes from you, from David, from the event. Um, really focus for the next 12 to 36 months on being a student. I mean, if we can pay tens of thousands of dollars to go to college, if we can preach a college education and it's typically 4 to 5 years, but then when people get into this industry that's a seven trillion-dollar
Mhm.
industry a day doesn't mean you got to get that out of the market in one day. Just consistency and discipline.
Feed me a little. And I will even tell people this, even with the scanners, go on a TP1 diet. Don't go for TP2. Don't go for TP3. Don't go to TP22. Literally, if you will start to see amazing growth, literally with just TP1. I see so many people, oh, I thought it was going to go to TP2, so I held it. Just get out at TP1. And then, even at TP1, sometimes it's going to get 2 pips away from TP1, and then it'll reverse. Let me ask, and this is what I ask my traders all the time. If you were walking outside and you saw $50 on the ground, would you pick it up? Or would you say, no, it's not a $100 bill, so I don't want it?
That's good.
Would you say that? Or would you, it's not $100, so I don't want that. No, pick up the $50 and keep going. And maybe you'll find $100 in the future.
I love that. Because people don't when your money's in your bank account and it's just numbers, we don't really have that kind of attachment to it. And we're willing to just I've been there. I don't even want to talk about what happened to me because I'm past it now. It was a really like not great experience. And now I tell people I just don't have an appetite for big risk. So when
Right.
people ask, all of you guys on here, when they say, well, how much can I make a day trading? You're suggesting that we talk percentages and we
Correct.
speak.
Because that's the thing is, right? If you say I want to make because if you put $1,000 in your account, guess what? You're only supposed to make $50 a day. But in your, I know the 9 times out of 10, a person thinks I got $1,000 in my account. I should be making $200, $300 a day. No, not until you get to 4,500 or $5,000. When you get to 4,000 and $5,000, now you should be making $200, $300 a day. It's all about percentages. So when you look at it like that,
Mhm.
okay, now it all makes exactly. Now it all makes sense. I used to just like, I got 500. I'm gonna flip this 500 to 1,000. I'm gonna take this 1,000 to 10,000. No, it flips me. It
Yeah,
flips you real quick. So now I'm like, you know what? Okay, well, 100% ROI. Okay, if I want to make 2,000, I need to put in 2,000. Do you have that capital? If not, let's get the building. Let's get the diamond executive. Let's get to platinum executive. Let's get these sign up bonuses and go put it in there. And that's
right.
what I did. I grew the business and I put the money in there, and that's how I became successful.
Perfect. You know what? Thank you so much. I know we're at 2:08 and I could listen to you all day. Guys, put some sevens in the chat if you learned something. today. And like you said, we're all kind of on the same team,
Hmm.
working together. So I so appreciate you jumping on here to give these nuggets. $1,500 to get into Pro and have all the scanners and 179 a month, but refer four people in your first 30 days and make
Yeah.
$750. I just had somebody do that in their first 24 hours, signing up. Shout out to the mob boss. He's a trader too. Shout out to Taz. Shout out to Reagan. But the great thing is like we have a plan here. And if we
Mhm.
stick to the plan and we focus on learning, we're gonna we're gonna get to the top.
That's it. I mean, and pro package, I'm gonna just tell you guys, it's worth it. I mean, when the young lady on my team literally been in for about 2, 3 weeks, she said, Stefan, I took a chance. I bought the pro package. She spent 1,500, and then she's already made $2,000 in the trading market, utilizing the services and the plan and everything like that. She was like, it was definitely worth it. And so then now she's already going into her month one, month two, and now is getting ready to transition even more. So and again, I'm not guaranteeing you that, but pro it just makes more sense. One, because you get everything inside of there, all markets, crypto, stocks, equities, day trading. You get travel. If you like to travel, you're going to get a free vacation for you and a guest, as well as you get all of the scanners that are literally just printing money at this point. So make the best decision and go pro is what I tell everybody.
Go pro. And then that last thing I want to say, that trading spreadsheet that you have, your
Mhm.
plan, and that's part of what you kind of give to your team when they go pro. Is that correct?
Yes. So that I can even give you guys the compounddaily.com that actually has a full compound plan as well. So you guys can write that down, compounddaily.com. And you can actually put in your starting amount, what percent you want to win, all of those different things. So it will actually give you a full compound plan as well. But yeah, so for my particular pro status, pro members, do that kind of more hands-on mentorship, trade, talk, all those different things. So, like I said, me and you'll get together and we'll make something happen.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you for listening in tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern
Mhm.
on David's call. Well, it's our team now. So we have a 6 p.m. Eastern call, not on this link, but on David's link. You guys can get that inside of in the Telegram. That's our team group. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, David is going to be on. You guys, minimum, you want to have 10 to 15 people on that call tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. 10 to 15, if we're doing percentages,
I like it.
we might be able to get 2 to 4 people who want to sign up listening to David. And then guess what? You're going to make $750 if they come in at that core membership or higher. And when they stay active, your membership is paid for the
Jeez.
next month. It's